Hey guys,
What's up? Not Your Typical Recruiters Podcast, episode 6.
episode 6,
Let's go.
where we talk everything travel nursing, you guys, and
Yes.
so much more. And we're really excited because this is
Wrapping up.
December, end of 2023.
Man.
Can you
and
believe that?
This year went by like super fast.
Holy shit. It just went by so fast.
Like, what happened? I mean, a lot happened.
A lot happened.
I know a lot of people watching this are probably excited that this is like coming to a close of this year. Some people are excited that 2024 is 5 minutes away. And Christmas
Is
about
it
to
weird
pop
that
up on us.
I'm so over 2023?
Is it weird?
Is it weird? Because I'm just like ready for the new year, dude. Like, I mean, you asked me earlier, like, am I excited for Christmas?
Right.
And I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm so ready. I love Christmas, but I'm
Yeah,
also.
But you have like 4 Christmas trees in your house.
I know I do,
Like,
you guys. I have.
Karen really is about Christmas. For those who don't know,
festivities.
like I don't know anyone that puts 4 Christmas trees up in their house. Like 4.
Did you see Kim K's house?
How many Christmas trees does she have?
One of
though?
my friends, I don't follow her on Instagram, but like somebody sent me her story or whatever feed that she had, and she has a whole forest. She has like
All right,
I don't know
that's
50 real Christmas trees in her house.
all right, that's
She has like
overkill.
an aisle. It's actually really pretty, but then again, she's a billionaire, so
Right. There's that part. But I mean, like, what are you gonna do with those after Christmas? Like the day after Christmas, you got a whole 50 Christmas trees. Now what?
I don't know.
Yeah, what would you do?
Dry it up, make it smell nice in the house. They're good for starting a fire?
Oh, see, I'm not trying to start any fires.
Not in California.
No, absolutely not.
But anyways, no, are you what are you doing for Christmas?
So Christmas for me, it would be family time, of
Okay.
course. My family does like we get together, exchange gifts, play with all of the young ones and just have fun, enjoy each other's company.
Do you have a big family though?
Yeah, I mean most of my family's all local. So like, yeah, I'll see like my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, my cousins, nieces, nephews. Now my nephew has a young one as well. So like there's a lot of family, all different age groups. So yeah, catching up with them, new generation of kids. Kids are different now. They're
Yeah,
very
how so?
different.
I don't have kids, so I wouldn't know.
Kids, like when I was growing up, we would play in, Sega Genesis and, Sony PlayStation and, you were talking trash with your friends and your family and that's what you were doing, seeing what shoes you get and all that stuff too for Christmas. That was like Christmas, right? Now, kids are getting like over $1,000. Kids are getting tattoos. Kids are getting all kind of crazy stuff.
What?
Yeah, kids are getting furniture for their apartment. Like, it's different. I'm telling you, when I say it's different, it's different. Like, kids are getting Yeezys and Louis Vuitton shoes. Yeah, it's not the same. It's like the
I
bar
will
is
agree
up.
with you on that because one of my friends, her kid called me,
Uh-huh.
7 years old, and was like, Auntie Karen. I was like, they all call me Auntie. They're like, Auntie Karen. I was like, why are you calling me on your mom's phone? And she was like, my mom won't get me this Gucci t-shirt. I really want this Gucci t-shirt.
Sep-
I was like, excuse me? What do you know about Gucci? And she was like, well, my friends have them. And I'm like, okay, great. I was like, I told her, I was like, it's probably fake. But I was like, well, how much is it? She's like, it's $200. I was like, $200? You want me to give you $200? She's like, yeah, that's not a lot of money, right? I was like, no, that's a lot of money.
You should have told him you need a job.
I was like, no, how about you come to my house and do some chores and I'll pay you $5 a week. How about that? She's like,
Something like
$5? I was like,
yeah,
yeah, listen,
different generation.
I mean, I didn't get paid as a kid growing up.
You had to do chores.
I get to eat food and have a roof over my head, right?
Exactly.
So,
You were very thankful for what you got. You just be blessed. I mean, there's plenty of kids and families that don't have anything. And I know right now, The world is very different.
Mm-hmm.
Inflation is crazy. You know, the cost of living all over the world. It's not even just here. You know, people used to escape to like Texas and all these other places to like have a cheaper cost of living, but the cost of food is up, the cost of gas is up, the cost of just living is higher than it was. So what you're earning or what you were earning it's like, man, it's crazy. So, you know, 2024, let's see what that has for us, right?
What are you excited for?
I'm excited for so many things. I'm excited for it to not be 2023.
Okay.
2023.
Can I ask regarding travel nursing?
Yes.
In what way do you hope 2024 is going to be different than 23?
Oh, man.
Be honest.
Okay, so where do I start
Just spill
with
the
that?
beans, because
Oh,
that's why
my
we're
goodness.
here.
Yes. All right. So the beans, if I had a chance to say what 2024 should look like, is hospitals now finally fully adjusted to their budgets and opening,
Agreed.
you know, more needs and being a little bit more mindful on, you know, how they're selecting candidates, and being a little more streamlined.
You don't think they're being mindful right now?
I feel like they're being really picky right now, but that's just my opinion. I do know that it's their market right now because it's more hospitals than there are available nurses. So it's like, I mean, it's more available nurses than there are available jobs. So it's like, it's flip-flop.
Right.
You know, this time last year, it was the other way around. It was
where nurses can choose.
Yeah, you could pick and choose. And now you have to like narrow down to areas or states even. And for certain specialties, there's like barely any positions available or none in a whole state. Like,
Right.
so just depending on what your niche is in your specialty. So it's like, if you have a diverse profile, then you have a lot more flexibility
Right.
than those who do not. So just looking forward to, you know, seeing more people smile and, you know, continuing to do what we do with helping people. So excited about that.
Right.
I definitely think that 2024 will be better than 2023. I definitely think so.
At
Very
least for
optimistic.
me, I'm very excited for next year's flu season, right? Because this flu season has been very interesting.
Yeah, it's been different. Very different.
And usually, you guys, I mean, like when we talk about flu season, we're talking about the months of between August through March, right?
It's usually like
before it
here's all
slows
these
down
jobs.
again. And this year it's been really interesting because I think, like you said earlier, facilities are trying to learn how to adjust after the last few years of chaos. But I think not only are facilities learning to adjust to that, but nurses as well.
Right.
In a way where they're like, okay, so I was making X amount of money the past few years, and now I have to learn how to adjust to a different type of stream, you know, of finances and different types of rates and stuff. So, and I think recruiters as well. So, I mean, for us, we've been around for a long time now. And so we've been through the ups and downs of the market. But I think, I don't know, you know, even at TravelCon, we've met so many recruiters, right? In Vegas. And for those that don't know, TravelCon is a
travel nurse convention. Huge.
Convention in Las Vegas, and they do it every year. And they do a really good job every year as well. We met a lot of recruiters that came in during the pandemic, and I don't know about you, but a lot of them have been reaching out to me asking for help. They're like, Karen, I don't know how to recruit right now because
I got a few in my DMs.
Right?
Yeah, they were like, how do you do this now?
How do we recruit nurses
how do you survive like this?
After the pandemic? Because obviously recruiters coming in during the pandemic, I mean, there's jobs everywhere, there's nurses everywhere. So it's so easy to like pick, you know, and match.
It was plug and play.
Right.
It was like, hey.
Right. And so now it's just so much more. And so anyways, I'm really excited for 2024. 2023 has been insanely eventful.
Yes.
I I celebrated my 1 year
Yeah.
after getting married.
Yes.
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 After getting married. Yes. And then I celebrated my 40th. You did too?
Yes.
Wait, you did. When was your birthday?
April.
83, brother. 83. We're both 40, you guys.
40 years old. I can't believe we're talking about our age on the podcast, but yeah.
Hey, I don't care. 40 is the new 20, baby. I don't care.
I'm saying 40 is 40 according to my back and how I feel if I'm standing up for too long. That's what 40 is. When I'm squatting in the gym, I'm 40. Okay.
You know, my dad actually said, you know what? You're finally living life. You know who you are. You don't give an F about anybody else and what they think of you, right?
You care about what your kids think.
I mean, true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I have a dog now, you guys. I have a pup.
Yes.
And I do care what he thinks of me.
Absolutely. I do.
Anyways,
that's funny.
but yeah, 40s is it's going to be a great new decade. So I'm really excited. Any take on as far as what the market is now for you?
Yeah, I mean,
what's been a struggle for you in 2023?
I mean, you have just more competition in terms of like
you think so?
Oh yeah. If you look at not competition in the sense of like company, but like in the sense of you have a nurse that wants a specific job and there's only one job and there's like 50 applicants. So that's what I mean.
Okay.
You see more positions open like that, where before those same positions would open with like 8 options, 8 available jobs, 10 available jobs. Now it's more like sneaker raffle level, where it's like
right.
you enter your name in a bid for certain positions. Some positions a little easier depending on where someone wants to go. But again, you got to be flexible. So those who you're working with that are really flexible and really cool, that becomes easier. But those who have a specific target, it can be a little bit more challenging and humbling for those who are not accustomed to the market.
Right.
Those who went staff and then who wanted to come back into travel, they see like, oh yeah, I want to make the money, but I'm like, they come back and they're like, whoa, this is different. You have to wait a little bit longer for a job or for an interview, or places that weren't even doing interviews were auto offer are now interviewing because they can be picky. So that's the big difference in my opinion.
Right.
What do you think is the big difference for you right now in terms of the market?
The biggest difference or biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge.
There's jobs. Job counts are high.
Yeah.
I think that the biggest challenge is not so much of, the facility has the right to be picky and who they want to hire.
They could say
definitely.
They want someone with a certain nail color right now and they could get it.
I mean, you and I, we work with a large group of nurses coming through all the time. But I think the biggest challenge has been patiently educating and informing nurses about rates and how
they fluctuate.
They need to learn how to adjust to that as well.
Right.
That has been very, very challenging.
Because adjusting to rates is actually year round, almost all the time.
I had a nurse that declined a $3,400 offer.
$3,400 a week offer.
A week, yeah.
$3,400. What state?
California.
Okay. And why did they decline it?
Because it was under $4,000.
So
they wanted more. And I'm like, this is the most in the country right now for their specialty. I was like, this is the most for 36 hours.
Right.
For days.
Mm-hmm.
This at a great facility. They're willing to work with you on your time off, because she had like 2 weeks of time off, which is possible to have. But I was telling her, like, you got to, if it's a 13-week, you got to say that you're willing to do 15 weeks to make up for that time off.
Right.
But she was like, no, it's under 4. I'm going to wait. And I'm like,
wait for what?
Wait for what? Wait for what? The market is going to go. not the market. It's the rates are trying to adjust to a norm right now, and 3,400 is not normal. I'm sorry to say, I'm going to be, I mean, it's not nominally, right? Like it is just very rare. COVID rates are very rare. $4,000, $5,000. That's all rare. Now we're in the threes if you're lucky.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I have to say about that. And this is something that I think needs to be said. There are some very rare one-off positions that have like one opening. And it's because it's in such a super hard to live in situation, they have a really high rate for this one particular type of job, right? Let's just put a number out there. Let's say it's paying 4,000, right? And it's like in the middle of like Alaska, where it's very hard to find housing, very hard to get around or something like that. And they'll open like one or two positions, and someone will take that idea and move that into a location that's different than Alaska, or
Right.
and they will say, well, I should be able to get that same amount of money in Hawaii or in California, in Southern California, or in San Diego. Like, yeah. And so it's like, no, realistically, no.
There's always a reason, you guys.
There's
like,
always a reason why
always a
something
reason, right?
is that. And then also, you can't always take something that's paying that high and think, well, they're going to hire everyone that applies, because that's also just not realistic.
Right.
So one or two people might get that
Right.
job.
So, I mean, we've been talking about this in a lot of our episodes, actually. Like, number one thing that we talk about, flexibility.
Yep.
Like, if you guys really want that job, if you guys really want that rate or whatever, you have to be willing to be flexible in other areas. So, anyways, we're going to cut this one short.
Yes.
We want to wish everybody a
very, very happy Christmas
holidays.
and happy holidays. And but before we go, shout out to my Lakers for the in-season championship. I didn't want to do a banner, but at the same time, I'm very happy.
You didn't want to do it?
No. I mean,
LeBron had a good attitude about it.
I'm sure he did, because it was the first ever in-season tournament for the NBA. But yeah, shout out to my Lakers for doing that. And
and shout out to the Seahawks, because we just kicked the Eagles' ass.
see, she over here putting extras on it. But
Yeah, baby.
we'll see if they make the playoffs.
We will. So anyways,
team is
until
out,
then, you
but it's all
guys,
good.
happy holidays.